Good morning. It is Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Update on my motorcycle. There still has been no police report filed. It was reported to this lady, Moreno, who thinks she's a law enforcement officer. I think she is in conspiracy and she's a co-conspirator at this point. I'm pursuing other legal matters and forcing this to come to a head. Hopefully she will be arrested for her failure to do her job as a public official. She should be fired. Unfortunately, I've asked to speak to supervisors. I've asked to speak to the sheriff. I've asked to speak to Chief Herrera. All have been rejected. I have mailed in and an official complaint. It's being ignored. Unfortunately, this is a process. Sadly, we protect our police officers, where if you were involved in this as a person, you would be arrested. It's a sad, sad state Apache County is in. They are corrupt. She is part of the corruption for the people who protected her. The proof is in the pudding. Look at her actions. She was given a report June 23rd and has promised to do certain things when held accountable for those certain things. She tells me I'm telling her what to do. So this officer, in my opinion, cannot fathom the difference between reality and what actually happened. In my previous video, I showed you the email where she had said that she's forwarding it to the sheriff or to the district attorney. She has created a legal authority with somebody else out of thin air. She's made it up because there is no legal authority, and it wasn't transferred verbally or in writing. And the county has all the recordings, and they can prove it's. Unfortunately, this is going to become a huge problem. They think I'm going away. I'm not. They can bully me. They can call me up from Tennessee numbers and Georgia numbers and tell me they're going to kill me all they want. It's now on a regular basis. I don't really care, because these guys, I think they're not used to having somebody stand up to them when they're wrong and they've gotten their corruption. I'm going through the process. I've started to contact the Arizona Post and filing a formal complaint with the board for the entire Apache County Sheriff's Department. We're going through a lot of different things. I've actually found a lawyer to take something on a contingency basis. So we're going to be going after, well, hopefully at the start we're going after one. We win that one, then we'll build to the others. Apache County has done a lot of things wrong, and they're treating me, the victim, who has constitutional rights in this state. There is a victim's rights, as though I'm not a victim and I have no rights. So they're going to start having some problems, because I've also been speaking to Arizona legislation about Apache County and showing the documentation. They actually put me in contact with a U.S. attorney who's going to start hopefully crawling up their ass too. Apache County is a mess, and these people are horrible. I love my government. I love my country. The people inside who are working inside the government who have taken these positions are horrible. They're shitty people. They abuse their power, and then they protect themselves. I know Arizona, the state, and the Attorney General knows a lot about these problems. The only problem is that they're so huge, they don't want to go back and review all of these cases in the court or the ones that these police have done. And sadly, they need to, because there's probably a lot of people who were bullied and coerced into doing things. I know one person who's had a brain cancer, and they told him that he would die in his prison cell and get no medical treatment, or he took a plea deal. And that's the people who are running in these courts. These courts are a joke. Unfortunately, they have serious repercussions. They do not keep good records. They work very hard on FOIA requests because there's no teeth to FOIA requests. I have reached out to a couple senators, and I'm trying to persuade a couple of them into working on a bill that makes jail time for the person who refuses to do the FOIA request. And for you guys don't know what a FOIA request is, it's a Freedom of Information Act. It's allow access to public records. Unfortunately, there's no teeth to it. It's just somebody saying you should do this, and you got to spend money and all this other great stuff just to get them to comply. And sadly, it's their job. There's actually somebody who is paid by the taxpayers to do this job. And you have to pay them too, because they want money on top of it. They still failed to do their job. I've had 32 FOIA requests, and none of them have been fulfilled, and they've all been ignored. I have copies of them all. I'm going to be taking care of that also, and moving forward. But an update on my motorcycle, still no police report. It's August 2nd. It was reported to Deputy Moreno on June 23rd, and she still failed to do her job. I haven't talked to her. I tried to reach out to her, but now she's not talking to me at all because she's on Facebook now. And for you people who have defended her, look at her actions. She's a piece of shit. In my opinion, she fails to do her job, and it seems that the facts point that way. There is no cutting slack. She should know better. Sadly, I've received some emails from some of her coworkers, and they've told me some very interesting things about Deputy Moreno. I can't verify that, and I'm going to say this. I guess this is the Deputy Moreno that did not work for Round Valley. I thought she was, because I was told that by several people, but it turns out that we crossed lines. So she did not work for Round Valley. Like I said, I was told that, and that's all I said. On top of it, she's still failing to do her job. I believe as taxpayers, we need to get our money back. She should have to pay back her salary because she's failed to do her job. And see, look at that ugly face. She is just an angry SOB who cannot do her job. And how is it to protect and serve? How is the mission statement for the Apache County Sheriff's Department to be transparent? They're failing on every single one of their words. And it's funny, it's just a stonewall up there. Sadly, they all need to go, including the administrative people who don't know what a crime is, or other cops who don't know what a crime is. It's amazing how stupid they are and how much they protect themselves. Apache County definitely is, the Sheriff's Department is not there to protect and serve. Their job is to, I don't know what their job is to, probably bully and harass. And from what I hear, they take part in the criminal drug trade. They love to skim off the top and get payments and back payments. And talking about 3 particular officers in Stetson. Now, what's going to be coming is that we're going to discuss my murder trial, and I am going to put all of the evidence and the police reports. You got to love what's going to happen with that, because the board at the Stars told me that it never met the threshold of probable cause. So the judge isn't going to have to deal with that issue also, because they like to rubber stamp things here. And so we're going to break that down. I'm getting more free time, so I will be focusing in on this. And I have some people out there with cameras watching the sheriff's department and what they do for their shift, which is actually very entertaining. I've got some really good video on that, and I have some more audio from a third party now, another party that so now we have 3 people who have come up with audio after talking to a district attorney, an assistant district attorney, or a county prosecutor, whatever you want to call them. It's not the district attorney, but on how the corruption works in Apache County. I will be forthcoming with those, since it's now being corroborated from 2 or 3 sources, and I'm allowed to use one audio because the person gave me permission. So we're coming forth with some really interesting stuff, and probably Apache County is going to step up and try to say that I'm doing something wrong, and they'll fabricate more criminal charges. So I expect them to come on my door again and come up with some more BS, because aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in Apache County is a non-violent, non-dangerous offense. Now, if you can figure out why it's a non-dangerous, non-violent offense, but it's an aggravating assault with aggravating factors, how that becomes non-violent, non-dangerous is beyond me. There's a lot of crack, there's a lot of meth being smoked in this county, and there's a problem. But I will have more time to do some videos, and we'll be working on a couple other cases. There's some interesting cases going through the courts right now that I've been talking with people on, and they are forthright with their paperwork and what's going on. So we'll be going through those cases also. You gotta love it when Apache County charges first-degree murder without a murder. Gotta love these people. Anyways, my motorcycle's still stolen. It's still not reported in the state system, and we are now going 2 months. I implore Joseph Dedman to give me a call, because there's a problem, an infestation in his department. I have requested to speak to him several times, left messages. I've left messages to speak with Commander Herrera. He has refused to call. I've left messages with her supervisor, Ellingsworth or Ellingson, something, I don't know. They've also refused to have any contact. And Deputy Moreno just doesn't get to do her job. So we're back to, I guess it's okay to steal in Apache County and create delusions of how to make it legal and still not return the bike, even though she negotiated the return of the bike but doesn't know where the bike is, but talked and said that she was going to get it back and have it returned with a constable or with her, which never happened on any days that she said. And then when I go, well, you're the one that's doing this. And then she said she was going to forward it to the district attorney. She didn't forward it to the district attorney. And so now here we sit. I've been trying to, because I know her report is going to be filled with lies and the half-truths and made-up stuff, which is going to get her put on the Brady list, because I'm going to be forwarding with that, and we'll go to the Attorney General, because they need to be put on the Brady list, which means that there are known officers who lie under oath, and that's what the Brady list is. So you guys have a great day. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your day. I'm going to. I just figured I'd give an update and have some fun, and I know I ramble a lot, so sorry for boring you. But today, August 2nd, still nothing. Gotta love Apache County. They're the worst police unit, sheriff's department in the entire state. And that comes from directly 3 other elected sheriffs in the state. And you should hear what some of the local police officers in Phoenix think of Apache County. They're not very well respected. Time to step up your game. Do your job. Have a nice day. God bless.